Hello, and thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Vulcan Report. This is our first video for 2012. It's been a while. I've been extremely busy, been battling illnesses and family issues, so sorry it's been a while since I've done a technical analysis video. Getting right into it, the first chart we have here is a chart of Apple Computer. As you've noted, I'm sure many of you have, you probably even own the stock. It's been just going straight up ever since last year. And now it is pretty much the key leader in the NASDAQ 100. So I've renamed the NASDAQ 100 the Apple DAQ, because as Apple goes, so does the NASDAQ. When you look at this chart, a couple of things come to mind at this point. And one of those things is that you'll notice that the market itself is in a very interesting position. Here's the Kumo cloud here. Here's the long-term support. And then here we are here as of Friday. As you can see, we've formed a down channel now in the Apple. The question is going to be is where is this going to stop? Well, we have our first support here at around, we'll give it, let's say, $597.30. That'll be a very key support. The next level of key support will be around, let's call it, $583.65. Okay. And then Kumo support is going to be around $520, somewhere around there, give or take. Yeah, we'll say 520. That's going to be your next level of support. That's the top of the Kumo cloud. Actually, make it 516.42. That's the top of this Kumo cloud right here. Then the bottom of the cloud is going to come in around $467.73. So we're looking at, easily a 200-point drop from where it is now. Easily, we could correct down to there and still have quite a nice up leg here. You could pull all the way back to the top of the Kumo cloud, bounce from there, and go back up again. And again, that's like I said, that's $100 from where we are now. So it's very possible. If you look at just how far this market has come and where it's come from, just straight up. Look at that, just straight up. So if you bought the stock and held it, you'd be up pretty big right now. So that's where we are currently. Okay, as you can see, the market is still bullish. See the little bull here in the bottom right hand corner. So we're taking a breather here. I don't know how much further it's going to correct, but again, top of the Kumo cloud will be my first guess if we're going to turn into something more longer term bearish, if you will. All right, looking at now a chart of silver. As you can see, it's been going sideways for quite a while, and no real direction as of yet. Pretty much we're trading inside of the Kumo cloud for the most part, so really not a whole lot of direction here. We're getting bearish sentiment. As you can see, the bearish momentum trend strength here at the bottom of the screen. The last two bars have been bluish, these two candles here, which indicate positive momentum entering into the market. So at this point, it looks like it's going to try to make a run toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud here. Okay, if it makes a run toward the bottom of the Kumo cloud, then you're looking at $31.86, going up to maybe possibly $34.99. That'll be the top here of this cloud. So that is very possible that we could hit that and stay there. So again, top of the Kumo cloud is where we're trying to get to, and that's $34.99. And we closed on Friday at the $31 handle. So we got quite a ways to go. We're probably going to bump up against the first immediate resistance. For Monday's trading, first initial resistance in the silver is going to be at $32.80. The second round of resistance is going to come at $33.33, and then the top of the Kumo cloud at $34.99. That's where we are right now with this market. Really hasn't done a lot. If you've been trying to go long and short, you've probably been getting killed, as the market's been sideways for some time. As you can see here, we haven't done a whole lot of anything but just move sideways after topping out here at this 37.58 handle. And then you can see this monster red candle here, and we just collapsed down ever since and been moving sideways, doing absolutely nothing. As you can see, nothing at all. So I would stand aside on this one, since there's not a whole lot happening right now, and the market is not pulse waving at all. It's still trading inside the Kumo cloud for the most part. Spent a lot of time in there, and again, we're not getting any momentum in any direction in that market. Looking at gold, we have a similar story. Bearish momentum's entered the market, but we have a divergence in price. We have bearishness in the market, but then we have a divergence in price as the price is moving away from the indicators. As you can see, we have several blue bars here in a row, which is a positive pulse scan reading and an up channel. The question is going to be now is, can it hold it, and can it get to the top of the Kumo cloud, which is at 1728? So can the market get back up to that point, or are we going to go crashing down through Monday's support, which is going to be around 1646? So the question is, are we going to crack? And I'm beginning to think that it's very possible that we will crack below that 1646 and get all the way down to the 1611, which would be the first sign of support. If that 1611 is violated, that will indicate another pulse wave, and this one will be to the downside, and will have a lot of strength built into it. So that's what you're going to want to look out for on Monday, is a possible pulse wave scenario playing out in gold. And if the gold breaks down, then it's more than likely going to take silver with it. These blue bars during negative momentum always lead to severe corrections, as you see here. So we're setting up now for the next severe correction. As you can see, here we go, we broke down. Here we go, here we broke down, and then continue to break down some more. So that's what we're doing here. Top, top, top. That's a downtrend. Okay, I will be very careful of taking any long positions in gold at this point. Okay, looking here at crude oil, as you can see, we're in a bear market in the crude oil here, and it's trying to get ready to break below the Kumo cloud. It wants to get out. It broke down into the cloud, tried to rally outside of the cloud, only to break back down below it again. So again, this is another market. I understand the fundamentals of possible war, outbreak in Iran and such, but we can't really go by that. We have to go by what we see in the charts and what the charts are saying, and we have to trade that way accordingly. So with that said, I'll be very careful in this oil. Oil is a very, very tough market. The energy markets and the metals are extremely tough to get a handle on, and especially when they're not trending, when they're just chopping about and moving sideways like your oil has been doing. Look how long it's been moving sideways. We came up into this channel here, and ever since February the 24th, it's just been moving sideways. It lost its bullish bias, got neutral here, in between here, and now we've turned absolutely bearish. So I would say that the next support for Monday that we're going to have to watch is going to be $102.53. If that support doesn't hold, the next support is at $100.55. If we break below $100.55, the next target is the long-term support at $94.89. So I will look out for bearish momentum to pick up in this oil, and that's barring, a war outbreak or something of that nature. Okay, our last chart is going to be the S&P 500. As you can see here, the S&P 500 is maintained a bullish stance. We're still trading well above the Kumo cloud. We've been moving sideways here too, as you can see, not doing a whole lot except for chopping people up. But now we have bearishness built in. It's trying to turn and build support. So I'm anticipating higher prices in the stock indexes now, only because of the positions of the market where we closed on Friday, and we've widened out the trading range, the sideways range here. We've widened it out, so I think any downside will be short-lived at this point, because we're still bullish in the market and we have positive momentum with these last two blue bars here. So I'm expecting this market to possibly take off, and so we'll be waiting for the bottom support levels to be built before getting long this market again. So that's what we're looking at today. So thank you for tuning in to this edition of the Vulcan Report, and remember, take what you can and give nothing back.